Welcome to my video session. In this video session, I want to explain to you about viruses reproduction. So viruses are acellular cells. They are not true cells. Cytoplasm is absent, plasma membrane is absent, different types of cell organelles are absent because they are acellular. Crystals form there. Viruses, whenever they are present outside of the host body, they are inactive. When they enters into the host body, they become active. So in viruses, it should not be called as reproduction. The term is multiplication. In viruses, multiplication performed in two types of cycles. One is lytic cycle, one more lysogenic cycle. Lytic cycle is common, lysogenic cycle is rare. That is the second choice for the viruses. Lytic nothing but killing. Whenever these bacteriophages especially attack the bacteria, especially E. coli, they perform lytic cycle. Let's see in what way they will be performed. So one is lytic cycle, one more lysogenic cycle. These both cycles occurs in viruses. Let's see. So this bacteriophage shape is tadpole shape. So these are the bacteria. First the T4 phase or bacteriophage attack the bacteria, then transfer genetic material into the bacteria. Then the genetic material will be multiplied, the viral genetic material. This multiplied genetic material, it forms the different parts of phage virus or bacteriophage virus. Then finally those all parts are assembled together. Finally new viruses are formed, and these new viruses, they break down the cell wall of the bacteria and they release it out. That is called burst size. Come, let's see in detailed manner. So this is bacteria, E. coli bacteria. This is bacteriophage, tadpole shape. Head, tail sheath, tail pins. With the help of tail pins and tail fibers, the double-stranded DNA is injected into the bacteria cytoplasm. This is bacterial chromosome, genophore or genetic material. Then this bacterial genetic material will be broken down. Then these viral genetic material, double-stranded DNA, it become active. Then the DNA become multiplied or doubled. Then finally this DNA prepare the viral particles inside the bacterial cytoplasm. Finally the burst size, in the sense the bacteria is dead, these viral particles are released out, and again each and every new phase attack new bacteria. This is a lytic cycle because the bacteria is dying here. Lytic means killing. This is the overview. Then coming to lysogenic cycle. In lysogenic cycle also same process takes place. So inside the bacteria, the viral DNA is injected or incorporated. You could observe here. The double-stranded viral DNA is incorporated into the bacterial cytoplasm. But here what will happen? At starting, this viral DNA with the help of special enzyme incorporated into the bacterial DNA. Here starting bacterial DNA is not collapsed. So this bacterial and viral DNA both simultaneously they are being together. And the bacterial cells are duplicated and the viral DNA also duplicated. Whenever in starvation condition or unfavorable condition, or whenever the bacteria exposed to the sunlight, especially UV light, then the viral DNA become active, then it starts lytic cycle mode. Lytic cycle mode will be switched on. So until that lysogenic cycle will be performed. So later the lytic cycle will be run. So in lytic cycle, when the genetic material is incorporated, directly the bacterial DNA is collapsed, then the viral DNA become active, viral particles are prepared, then at the final stage, these all assembled viral particles are released out. That is called burst size. Coming to lysogenic cycle, in lysogenic cycle, at starting, viral DNA mingle or incorporate with bacterial DNA, then there is no problem for the bacterial DNA. When the bacteria exposed to the sunlight, especially UV light or else any starvation conditions, unfavorable conditions, then the viral DNA become active, then the bacterial DNA is collapsed, then the lytic cycle will be activated. Finally, the bacterium cell is killed, new viral particles comes out. I hope everybody understood. If you have any queries, please send the message in the comment box. Thank you. Signing off. This is Mr. Karthikeyan.